This year's the first inaugural year of the program and the camp, and hopefully this is going to grow into be a bigger thing as well. And just seeing the faces on these kids and what they're going through at the moment, and it's a life-changing experience. And hopefully this is the first of many, and kids will appreciate it. And then these kids will then be the leaders of their cultures. And next thing we know, we'll find more kids playing footy in their communities.
And we just think the culmination of having a week-long intensive camp, not only from a football point of view, but from an inclusion point of view and education and training around high performance, nutrition, and really exposing the 25 nationalities we have in the camp here this week to what the talented player pathway actually looks like.
Camps like these are great opportunities to, bring all cultures together just to play the game that we love playing.
And it's really great here because we come from all different countries, and it doesn't matter who you are, everybody can play AFL.
Look, our game welcomes everybody. It doesn't matter what colour, what race, what religion, what denomination, what your background is. Once you get involved in AFL football, you're equal.
A lot of my mates that I have today, and probably majority of them are all through footy, whether playing in a footy team or through work as well with the AFL.
We all try and find our own way. The acceptance with me was naturally football. Emotionally and the ability to express myself, football was the driving force of that.
I guess I was the only Asian kid playing for my school in East Bentley, or my footy team in East Bentley. It's a very, now it's a very diverse area, but back when I was learning to play football, I was pretty much the only Asian kid. I think they were pretty accepting, and I didn't see myself any different to anyone else. And for me to be able to play and be one of the better players in the team was something that I guess brought more appreciation and I guess more attention to myself than most other kids my age.
Pretty privileged to be a part of such an awesome experience camp. To be talking to ex-AFL players and coaches and all that. It's just awesome. I walked home one day and Mum's like, "You got a letter here?" I sort of said, "Oh yeah, who's it from?" And read on the front, it said from AFL, and thought, "Oh, gee, that's all right having a letter from the AFL," and yeah, it's good.
Whether you're a player or whether you're a supporter, our game welcomes everybody. It's about as inclusive a game as you can get.
Friends from school started to introduce me to come down to training, and came down, had a go. I didn't know, I wasn't into it, but after a couple of goes, played a season of under 14s.
I think socially, the interaction is just so important. I think, the thing that'll come out of this is the kids will make new friends, and we're always looking at other ways of being able to interact.
It's just to be more involved in the community, sort of make more friends, and sort of fit into the Australian way of life. Because some refugees that come to Australia, it's kind of hard for them to fit in.
I think the fundamental opportunity is first of all to feel really a part of the community that you're living in, and that this is a game, particularly in southern parts of Australia, that really is embedded in the culture of every community, and therefore it offers migrants and new communities a great avenue to actually meet people and feel that they're part of the great country we live in.
I want to be the first Sudanese to get drafted into the AFL.
When I first started, I didn't know how to kick and I didn't know how to handball, so they supported me a lot and showed me from the basic and everything, and it helped me a lot. My ambition is now to become an AFL player.
It all started when I was in grade 6, and I was only a young kid, I was grade 5, sorry, and a lot of my mates played footy, and I played in the playground with them. And the following year, they asked me to come down and try, and I was very reluctant because Mum and Dad obviously didn't support me playing footy, and therefore the family picked me up and took me to training and to games. And next thing I know, I'm playing representative footy, winning League Best and Fairest, and All Australians, and representing Victoria, and travelling interstate and got a job in AFL.
I think, from our point of view, beyond that, there's opportunities obviously for talented young players, and we have 700 full-time jobs for players at an average salary of $200,000 a year. So it's a great it's a great career to pursue from that point of view. And we know from Basho Hooley and other players that have made their way through the pathway that they really set a great example for others to follow.
Just to see the looks on some of the boys' faces in there, which took me back a few years ago. It's great, you know. They've got dreams in their eyes and aspirations, and it's a wonderful thing. So, if the camp can help these boys develop and help them perhaps realise their dreams, that'd be a wonderful thing.
I would probably go and help others with what we've done here, and try to remember as much as they've told us, the legends.
As I mentioned, the kids going back to their communities and their homes and their areas as well, where they live, knowing that they've been involved in a camp, they can take back the leadership skills they've learned, the friends they've met as well, and the message of the game that it's incorporating involves kids from different backgrounds or people from different nationalities and religions and colour.
I think it is about creating new fans of the game and reaching into communities that may not have really had the opportunity to participate in such an inclusive sport before. I mean, we really have a view that anywhere this game goes into any community, the community's the one that benefits. So that's what you'd hope, as I said, that these young men go away and take back to their communities a great experience and great stories about what the game can do for them.
Some of these kids are going to speak about it. It's probably one of the best experiences they've had in a while. They're going to speak to other kids who have not started playing football yet, and they might get them to play footy.
Well, I think anytime we can bring talent into our competition from different background, it makes good sense for everybody. Waleed Ali taught us that one of the things that we want to do is we need people to be able to look at this game and see a reflection of themselves. So, you'd love to see that the talent of the competition really reflects the population of Australia, wouldn't you?
Ideally, I'd like to see every kid all 50 kids who are involved in the camp to be drafted, but it's obviously not going to happen. But there are some really good, talented kids there, and this is just a step in the foot in the door for these kids, and hopefully we can see these kids playing in TSA Cup, AFL, VFL, whatever, and just continuing on with the game and their development as well.
It'd be incredible. I mean, if we could get the first African playing our game, the first Chinese. The first Iraqi. It'd be a great thing because history tells us that when one plays, if they're the first, others follow, and that's why it's been wonderful to see Basho Hooley play recently. They can easily become quick role models, which is a good thing.
I want to go all the way. It's been a dream since I was young, and it's still a dream now. Just to really follow my dreams, and I believe in myself, and I reckon I can make it just with all the support. And yeah.